So we have discussed rational number. So rational number, any number that can be expressed in the form of P by Q. That can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q, they are integers. And Q not equal to 0. So if these conditions are satisfied, then our particular number is rational number. Always check this definition. For example, 5. Is it a rational number? Yes, it's a rational number. We can write in the form of P by Q, 5 by 1, where 5 and 1 both are integers and 1 not equal to 0. 0, it's a rational number as well. 0 can be expressed 0 by 1, 0 by 5, 0 by anything in denominator we can write except 0. And this is a rational number. 0 and 1 both are integers and denominator not equal to 0. So this is the definition of rational numbers. Okay. Now we'll be doing operations. What all operations we can do on numbers, on rational numbers? We can add them, that is one operation. So addition, that is sum. We can add them, or we can subtract them. Difference, we can subtract them. We can product, we can multiply them. Or we can divide, division. We can divide. So these are the operations we will be doing on rational numbers. We can add them, we can difference, subtract them, we can multiply them, we can divide them. So we'll start with sum. That is adding two rational numbers. And always remember, if we are adding two rational numbers, the result is always a rational number. So sum of two rational numbers is all close to be rational. It will always be a rational number. So for example, we have to add 2 by 3 plus 5 by 3. Add them. So these are rational numbers. 2 by 3 is a rational number. 5 by 3 is a rational number. Both are rational numbers. Now add them. How we are going to add? Check the denominator first. Denominator is same. So the LCM will be 3. We don't have to take LCM. Denominator is same. Now we'll add the numerators. How much it is coming? 7 upon 3. Okay. 7 upon 3. Okay. Now add 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3. How we are going to add? First check the denominators. Are the denominators same? No. So first we have to take the LCM of 2 and 3. So what will be the LCM of 2 and 3?
6.
6. Okay. Take the LCM. The way you have been using, you can solve it there. 6 is the LCM. So here what will come?
3.
3 plus
6. 2.
3 to 6. So 2. How much we are getting?
5 upon 6.
5 upon 6. Okay. So the method you use to add such numbers when their denominators are not same, you can follow your own method. Okay. This you understood? Okay. Now rest properties we'll discuss when we do the exercise. So some question will be solving from exercise. When particular property come, we'll discuss there. Okay. So now start the exercise. First, add the following. Add each of the following.
Sir, we have to write in rough or in fair?
In fair, you can start. You can do all things in fair. No issues. Okay. You can do whatever you like in fair. It's no issues. Okay. So keep doing in fair.
Sir,
Okay.
if we add two rational number, we will get irrational number.
Again ask if we
add two rational number, we will get irrational number.
no, never. See here, always remember, if we are adding two rational numbers, the answer will always be a rational number. Check as well. We can check as well. Okay. Here we have to prove, for example, 2 by 3 is a rational number. 5 by 3 is a rational number. And we are getting a rational number. So sum of two rational numbers will always give us rational number. it will always give us rational number. We discussed that property, that is closure property, that is sum of two rational numbers is closed to be rational number. So sum of rational numbers, any number of rational numbers you take, if we add them all, we'll always get a rational number. This is clear. Similarly, difference will get rational number. Product will get rational number. Division as well. If the divisor is not 0, we'll always get a rational number. This is clear. So sum of rational numbers will give us rational number. Result is rational number. As well, we can see 7/3 we got as a result. This is a rational number. This is clear.
Yes,
So do the
sir.
first and second. First, second, and sixth. Do first, second, and sixth now. Rest do as homework. First, second, and sixth. Do them. In your fair notebook, you can do as you want. Okay. So don't get trouble that should I write this in fair or in rough. So you're free to do in fair. Everything you want, you can do everything in fair. No issues with that. Okay. So feel free to do anything there in fair notebook. Any mistake you make, just cross it. Don't use whitener. No issues with that. Any mistake you made, don't care about that. Solve it again. Okay. So add first -1/3. It is a rational number. And if you have to add 2/3. Yes.
What is the number that you have written upper side?
Okay, these are the from first question. Solve this one. First, second, and sixth. Exercise first A. Solve these questions. Rest do as homework. Add them. So here the denominators are same. Always write the steps. Here we are having -1 plus 2. How much we are getting? 1/3. 1/3. Okay. Now do the second one. Keep doing. We have 2/5. And very soon I'm going to start you ask few students randomly to send the pics after the class. After 1 p.m. I will ask you to send the pics as well. Randomly I will ask you. So complete your work. Keep your work complete. Every day, keep your work complete.
First, second, and sixth in notebook.
Sixth. Yes, rest. Do it afterwards. Okay. Or do first, second, and third. Okay. Rest you can do it
Okay, sir.
afterwards. That's homework. First, second, third. Do it now. Rest you can do it afterwards. Okay. Now second is 2/5 plus -3/5. These you have to add. Again, the denominator is same. 5. 2 plus -3 is -3. So what will be getting? -1/.
Sir, but I don't have book of math.
Okay, you can. Okay.
Sir, you send PDF.
PDF. Okay, I'll send you out today evening. I'll send. Okay. For chapter few, I will scan and send you. Okay. -1/5. See here, this year book is same as last year. This year's book is same as last year's. So you can ask anyone, any of your senior to get the book. It's same, no change has been there. So same book is followed. So you can get it from your senior as well. Okay. Any student who have been studying 8th class last year, you can get. There has been no change. -7/11. Next one, do it. -7/11 plus -4/11. So what is the LCM? 11. -7, -4. So what will be their sum? minus 11 upon 11. What we are getting? Minus 1. Is this clear? Anyone have got any doubt?
No, sir.
I think some of the students have already completed first question. Okay, now move to second. Second question, first part. Do the second question, first part. Here the denominators are different, so you have to take the LCM. Anyone in class who do not know to take the LCM, please do ask. Because these are very basics and they are very important. These are very important. So if you don't know, do ask. So we are having 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. 2 by 3, 3 by 5. We have to add these numbers. So plus, now as we see denominators are not same, we have to take the LCM. So LCM of 3 and 5, it will be how much? Least common multiple we have to find. The number which is multiple of 3 and 5. Smallest number which is multiple of 3 and 5. 15. 15 is the least common multiple. Now, okay. So I'll give you, we'll solve using two methods. Okay, first one, 15 we write. Now here 3 5s are 15. So 2 5s are 10. 5 3s are 15. So 3 3s are 9.
9.
19 upon 15. The other method is here 2 by 3 plus 3 upon 5. Okay. Now denominator we have to make 15. So here we multiply with 5, 3 into 5 plus here denominator we have to make 15, we multiply with 3. So numerator this way. Now 2 5s are 10 upon 15 plus 9 upon 15. We made the denominator same. We can write 15, 10 plus 9, 19 upon 15. Okay. You can use any method, but I prefer this one. Now we have grown up, so we can use this one. Direct we can. We can avoid this step. Have you understood both ways? Either go with this or this.
Yes.
Understood? Everyone understood
Yes,
this
sir.
one? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
we have done this one. Now do the second one. Again, we are taking one easy. Do the second one. Do the second one. Minus 2 upon 5. Minus 2 by 5 plus 5 upon 7. Okay, so what will be the LCM here?
35.
35. 5 and 7, the least common multiple is 35. Okay, so 35. 5 7s are 35. So with 7 we have to multiply. Minus 2 into 7 minus 14. 7 5s are 35. So 5 into 5
25.
25. Okay. Now subtract minus 14 plus 25. How much you are getting?
11 upon 35.
11 upon 35. Understood? Okay. Now do the seventh one. Okay. Seventh one, two things you have to consider. Seventh one, the numbers are 4, 11 upon 25. And we have to add 13 upon minus 15. Okay. Everyone look here. See here, these two numbers you have to add. One is in mixed fraction. Other one is in, here in denominator we have a negative number. So we can write it in standard form. So how we can write a standard form? Minus we can put with numerator. Minus 13 upon 15 we can write. We can do it like this. So always make the standard. That is, whenever negative sign comes with denominator, pass it to the numerator. Minus 13 upon 5, 15 we can write. Now this one in mixed it is. So how to convert it into improper fraction? 25 into 4. How much we are getting? 100. 25 4 is 100 plus 11 how much? 111 upon 25. Now the LCM you take. What will be the LCM?
70 30.
30 is not an LCM. 75. See here, 25 3s are 15 5s are 75. Now take the LCM 75. Now 25 3s are. So 111 into 3 333. And plus minus it will be minus. 15 5s are. So 13 5s are how much? 50. How much? 55. Okay, subtract them.
268.
268. 75. Either you can leave the answer here or convert it into mixed fraction. Understood? Anyone have doubt here?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir.
always remember, if standard form is not given, that is negative number, negative sign is with the denominator, we can pass it to numerator. Okay, and we have written standard form. So always keep the denominators as positive. Okay, this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do one more question. Ninth. Do ninth. Ninth and 10th. They are easy as well. Do 9th and 10th. So we are having -1 plus sorry, 2 3 upon 8. So -1 plus what will be the here? 8 to the 16. 16 plus 3.
Sir,
9.
there is 5.
Yes.
There is
Okay,
5,
fine.
not 8.
Fine. It's 5. 5. 2 5s are 10. 13 upon 5. Okay. Okay, solve this one and next one. I have to bring the charger for this laptop. Okay, in a minute I'll be back. Okay, keep solving these questions. Okay, we'll discuss the properties after a minute. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. I'll bring the charger. Okay. So you have understood how to solve add the two rational numbers, and always remember addition of rational number is always rational number. So what answer you have got? 5
By
minus
5.
5 plus 13. So 8 upon 5.
18 upon 5.
8 upon 5. It is minus 5. Don't forget. Don't make mistake such. Minus 5 plus 13. 8 upon 5. And next answer, how much? 7 minus 7 upon 8 plus 0. How much we have got? Minus 7 upon 8.
Minus 7 upon.
See here. When we are adding 0 to the any number, we are getting the same number. We are getting the same number. We are getting the same number. Therefore, this 0 is called as additive identity. That is, 0 is like a mirror. Any number we put, we get the same number. So, any number we add to 0, we are getting the same number. So, 0 is called as additive identity. We'll be discussing that one. Okay. Now, we can discuss properties of addition of rational numbers. Properties of addition of rational numbers. We added the rational numbers, and when we are adding the rational numbers, the result is always rational number. What you have seen first, that when we add two rational numbers or any rational numbers, the result is always rational number. That is closure property. So we are discussing properties, and of whose properties we are discussing? Of addition. Addition of rational numbers. Of rational numbers. Now, first property is closure property. First property is closure property. See here, closure property means if we are adding rational numbers, if we are adding two or more rational numbers, result is always rational number. That is, the addition is closed to be rational. It is always rational number. We can say it is closed to be rational. So, closure property, for example, we are having two rational numbers. A by B is one rational number, other rational number C by D. So when we add them, and whatever result we get, for example, E upon F we have got. This is always rational. This is closed to be rational number. This is closed to be rational number. This is always rational number result. So sum of two rational number is always a rational number. It is always a rational number. We have as well checked. We have done the sum of the rational numbers we have done, and we have got the rational number. So this is our first property, that is called as closure property. Second property, commutative property. Okay, I give you one example. Okay, for example, you enter the metro train. Okay, then your friend entered. What is the result? Both are inside the metro. Whether your friend enters first or you enters first, whether you commute the metro first or your friend commutes the metro first, it doesn't matter. Both will be inside the metro. So here, if we add C by D to A plus B, we get some answer. If we are adding A by B and C by D, this answer is same as if we add C by D plus A by B. Or we can say more simply, we can write these are two rational numbers. Whether we add A plus B or B plus A, the answer remains same. The answer remains same. Take an example, for example, 2 and 3. They are rational numbers. If we add 3 to 2, we are getting 5. Or we add 3 plus 2, we are again getting 5. So here the order does not matter. In any order we can add. Whether we add 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, it doesn't matter. We get the same result. So addition is commutative. Here we can say addition follows commutative property. Whether you commute 2 first, then 3, or first you commute 3, then 2. It doesn't matter. This is clear? Any doubt in these two properties, closure property and commutative property? Okay. Okay, so I give you one question here, and you have to prove that addition follows commutative property. Okay, addition follows commutative property you have to prove. So minus 5 upon 7 and 3 upon 4. Okay. So now prove that commutative property holds true for addition of these two rational numbers. Both are rational numbers. How you are going to prove? How we are going to prove that commutative property holds for these two rational numbers? So see here what we have to prove. To prove what we have to prove? Minus 5 upon 7 plus 3 upon 4.
3
It is same as 3 upon 4 plus minus 4 upon 7. This we have to prove. This we have to prove. Okay, this is commutative property. Now, so what we'll do? This is what? LHS. This is our RHS. We have to prove LHS equal to RHS. So first we'll be taking LHS. So we are taking LHS. Minus 5 upon 7 plus 3 upon 4. This is our LHS. Now add them. Add them. Take the LCM. How much is the LCM?
28.
7 4s are 28. So minus 20. Okay. If I make any mistake, do let me know. I usually make many mistakes. Okay. So 3. So pay attention and let me know any mistake I made. And 4 7 ja, 7 3 ja, 21. So how much you are getting?
1 upon 28.
1 upon 28. So LHS result is 1 upon 28. This is our first answer. Okay. Now you can do it below as well. First you can solve LHS, then RHS. I'm not having space, so I'm solving RHS this side. Okay. Now take RHS. RHS is what? 3 upon 4 plus minus 5 upon 7. Again the LCM 28. Here 21 minus 20. Again we are getting
20.
yes
1 by 28.
1 upon 28. This is our second answer. Okay. Now check whether these two answers are same.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Same.
Yes. So next step will be writing. So I rub this one, closure property, I write here. So whenever proof comes, how we'll be solving? We'll be taking left hand side, we'll be solving left hand side. We'll be taking right hand side, we'll be solving right hand side. Okay. Now, since this sign is for since, these 3 dots. This is for since. Since answer 1 equal to answer 2. Since answer 1 is okay, 1 minute I'll take only. 1 minute I'll take. Since answer 1 equal to answer 2. Okay. Therefore, we can say LHS equal to RHS.
LHS equals to RHS.
Okay. Or we can write 5 upon 7 plus 3 upon 4 equal to 3 upon 4 plus minus 5 upon 4.
Equals to minus
Hence-
5 by 7.
Hence proved. Or we can write hence commutative property is proved. Understood? This way we have to
Yes, sir.
prove. Okay. Take the LHS, prove it. Answer we get. Take the RHS, solve it. If the answers are same, then we can write since answer 1 equal to answer 2, Therefore, LHS equal to RHS, and this we have proved. So hence we have proved that commutative property holds true.
Thank you so much.
Okay, just give me 10 seconds. Okay, so up to third question, try to solve. You are having holiday as well. So till third question, first day exercise. Complete them. Verify the commutative law of addition. You can verify, okay? Till here, complete. Complete up to third. Okay, next time we'll discuss associative property and other things we'll discuss, okay? Do complete it. Okay, by Monday, complete it. I'll ask randomly some students in class to send the pics. Okay, after 1 p.m. on Monday. Some students I'll select and ask. So you'll be getting chance to send, you have to send. Okay, so complete your work up to third. Okay, thank you.
सब ठीक है
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If you